Hello everyone, I'm the representative of my group. My name is Nadya Rahma Yanatta with student number is 1220112331116, and my other friends is Diana Wardani and Annisa Maulidina. So for this video um I will share to you about how the Boeing, British Petrol and KFC handled the crisis based on the public relation uh, ways. So, for the company's performance rate against each item in the crisis communication checklist, um, separate in 5Cs, crisis communication checklist. It is the clarity, competency, consistency, control, and compassion. So, this is the rating numbering about these all cases from Boeing, British Petrol, and KFC. The numbering is 1 for really bad, 2 is not that bad, 3 is okay, and 4 is good, and 5 is for great. So, but the clarity in Boeing is 2. No spin or charcoal transparency include the meeting they held with families of victims. And then for the community, same with clarity, half number 2, not that bad. The CEO blames the pilot, said that pilot did not fully procedure. For the consistency, the CEO sticks with safety is at the core. The plane was designed properly. Is in number 3. Um, it's quite okay. And then for the control, it's not that bad. The CEO blames the pilot. Had the meeting so publicity that Netflix made a documentary but tried to keep emails and documents out of the domain. It's a 3 then. Okay. So for the compassion, it's really bad. Number 1, not that I see the empathy or apology. Instead, they blame the pilots. Okay. For British Patrol, yeah, clarity is 1, really bad. No spin or charcoal, nothing to hide. The world can see the impact how British Petrol do for searching an oil in the sea. For the competency, this one, the CEO did not conceal information or blame everyone. Instead, he said that the oil spill is just a little accident compared to how big the ocean is. And then for the consistency is 1, same as before, that we see what they were trying to convey to us. That was a terrible public relation. For the control, yeah, really bad. Saying sorry for transport its company image, not to the victims, just helping us to think that this does not really affect that much. For the compassion, the 0, because it worse. The compassion whatsoever, saying things like, no one wants this thing over more than I do. What is that? So, insecurity. The last one is the KFC case. For the clarity is 4, quite good. I will give it 5 because they know how to win their customer back by siding with them against their own company. And then for the competency is 4 because the PR campaign certainly knew what they were doing, and then sort of playing the victim by blaming the new data-free contract. But as long as it does not come up wrong, that is acceptable. For consistency, it's really great. Saying sorry, thank to their customer and their staff, and promise to work on it. As simple as this, but they did it in the most correct way possible. Then for the control is 4, blaming the delivery system but also working on it. And for the last one is completion for KFC case, showing empathy and sincere apology. Okay. So for the next one is three things that did badly and well. Separate in three subtopics. The first one is anticipate, and then act and praise. The first one is anticipate, based on the case of Boeing. The bad way is prompt and lack of engagement. During the early phase of the crisis, the Boeing struggled with timely and open communication. The corporation received uh, criticism for failing to swiftly disclose information concerning software system involved the accident, and this lack of openness weakness public truths. There were worries that Boeing did not completely comprehend the gravity of the issue, resulting in delayed and inadequate action. An apparent lack of transparency hampered Boeing's public relation effort, despite the company's process commitment that transparency stakeholders like us, the media and investor may have had the impression that Boeing was without withholding uh, information concerning its financial performance and operational issue. For the number two, the bad, bad way is users and institution involvement. During the crisis, Wing encountered difficulty in communicating actively with its clients, especially airlines and pilots. Adequate communication and collaboration with these stakeholders had to strain relationship because consumers believe they are not provided enough information or are not included in decision making. The inability to address key stakeholders' concerns and requirements on a proactive basis severely harm Boeing's reputation. And the last one is acceptance to press queries. This is even though Boeing has specialized media relations staff and media mailboxes. There may be issues with successfully processing media requests and offering timely and precise data to the press. This might result in misconception and misreporting, harming the company's public image. Another way, with um, a little bit change and anticipate on Boeing case about the well side. The first one is social media presence and better interaction and transparency. Bring realize the necessity of and changing communication and openness. The corporation began steps to improve its communication with the general public, airlines, regulators, and this includes giving more thorough information about the software change, participate in investigations, and publicly addressing stakeholder concern. Bring response to comments, answer questions, and participate in conversation with its followers. These two ways conduct develop a feeling of community, build confidence, and enable Bring to respond to concerns or require as soon as possible. Number two is improve pain management and reliability. In reaction of the situation, we initiate leadership change. The CEO, Janice Millenberg, and the corporation named David Cameron as his replacement, recognizing accountability for the problems and making leadership change indicate a commitment to resolving the issue and restoring confidence while Boeing's marketing and mixed approach has been critical to its success and market position. Boeing has been able to fulfill consumer expectation, stay competitive, and preserve its position as a worldwide leader in the aerospace sector by concentrating on the four Ps. So, for the number three, about scientific improvement and teamwork. In response to the crisis, Boeing took quick action by working on technological improvement to fix the discovered concern with the 737 MAX maneuvering characteristic augmentation system, or MCAS, to improve airplane safety. And then the business worked with affiliation authorities, airlines, and international regulators to make and convey the essential notification. So for the next one is about ACT. The case is in British Petrol accident. Bad pay is number one, insufficient response to crisis. Actually, British Petrol communication approach during the early phase of the catastrophe was condemned for being opaque and close-minded. The company's limited openness and perceived opacity fostered a sense of inaction and lost public trust. Number two is regulatory and weak public communication. During the disaster, experts and industry insiders claimed that British Petrol public relations strategy was bureaucratic and lethargic, frequently taking hours or days to release the remarks or reply to the media. This kind of hectic moment responds to exacerbated problem and aided to public mistrust. The last one is coordination of crisis preparedness and response. British Petrol was chastised for being unprepared for the catastrophe of this proposition. The company's reaction efforts were first seen as poor and effective steps to control the oil flow were implemented slowly. The response of coordination, both in terms of technical solution and public communication, was considered inadequate and poor, leading to British Petrol extended environmental and reputational catastrophe. The well side of what British Petrol already do is salary and monetary responsibilities. The PP is making efforts to accept financial responsibility for the oil spills devastation. The corporation set up a $20 US billion trust fund to compensate persons who were harmed by the oil leak, including economic losses, environmental damage, and health issues. By proactively creating a compensation fund, BP demonstrates its commitment to resolving the economic and environmental repercussions of the oil spill on individuals, companies, and communities. The second one is commitment to long-term ecological recovery. BP made long-term environmental repair and recovery commitments in the Gulf of Mexico. The corporation committed research to cleaning up of the damaged shoreline, assisting wildlife recovery, and investing in scientific research to monitor and manage long-term environmental repercussions. BP signaled its understanding of the depth of the environmental harm and commitment to contributing to the recovery of the damaged ecosystem by demonstrating a commitment to continuously environmental restoration. BP announced long-term pledge to mitigate the oil spills environmental, include the financial reparation and expanded tourists in research and technology to prevent the future catastrophe. This forward-thinking approach indicates a commitment to learning from disaster and putting measures in place of prevent such accident in the future. The third one is participation of the community in technical expertise and collaboration. Uh, the BP work with impacted communities and stakeholders to provide assistance and research to mitigate the effect of the oil spill on livelihoods and the environment. As BP invests in substantial efforts to stop oil leaks and control oil spills, this community participation indicates a commitment to satisfying the needs of the people impacted. It adds to the rebuilding of the confidence and goodwill. To pool wells and prevent environmental consequences. The cooperation works with a variety of groups, include government agencies, other oil companies, and specialists in the field to solve and most technical hurdles of reducing oil flows and cleaning up damaged region. Also, BP displayed a willingness to seek external expertise and engage with stakeholders. The third one is about appraise. Based on the case of KFC, but its communication failure and latency. KFC was chastised for failing communicate clearly and promptly about the causes of the chicken's scarcity and when normal operation would resume. Customers and the general public were left in the dark due to company's communication failure, which caused confusion and dissatisfaction. Rapid and open communication is critical in a crisis of managing public opinion and retaining confidence. And then KFC early response to the problem was viewed as delayed and insufficient. The company's communication strategy was justice for lack of transparency and openness, which produced a sense of inaction and undermined public trust. Second one is internal communication and employee relations. Here is a story on CAPS staff who experienced operational issues in addressing the crisis, including misunderstanding about their duties and responsibility amid the supply so far. And during a crisis, effective internal communication is crucial to ensure that workers are well informed, equipped to address consumer inquiries, and aligned to business messaging. KFC was justified for possible weakness in this area. The third one is adverse influence on brand image. Customers express dissatisfaction and irritation on social media as a result of the incident, which had a substantial negative influence on KFC brand image. As a result of this crisis, the company's reputation weakened, and it took time to regain confidence and goodwill. But for the well side, crisis communication in a novel way. KFC answered to the chicken scarcity situation include a clever and self-deprecating paid media campaign. The firm published full-page newspaper adverts with an empty caption pocket French to spell FCK. This approach can display a sense of humor and self-awareness, which connected favorably with the public and assisted in mitigating the crisis impact. Second one is responding to customer concerns. During the crisis, KFC noticed and solved common challenge that royal customers encountered. The organization displayed empathy and a customer-centric attitude by acknowledging the impact on customers and taking measures to find solutions, which is vital in sustaining a favorable public reputation. So for the last one is making use of paid media. KFC made a strategic choice to address the situation using paid advertising such as full page print ads, and KFC used paid media to reach a large audience and effectively communicate its message, displaying a proactive and deliberate approach to crisis communication. Okay, which could have been done better. The Boeing instead also solely blaming the pilots. A more comprehensive investigation and acceptance of systematic issue would have been advisable. Further empathy toward the victim's family and a more general acknowledgement of responsibility could have been expressed. And then transparently sharing internet documents and emails would have displayed a commitment to full disclosure. About the British patrol, acknowledging the severity of the situation rather than downplaying it as the little accident would have shown more responsibility. A sincere and direct apology to the affected communities and individuals would have been crucial. And then demonstrating concrete action and initiative for long-term environmental recovery could have improved public perception. Um, Kelsey. While Kelsey did well in many areas, taking greater responsibility for the delivery contract issue instead of primarily blaming it could have changed their response. More detailed explanation of the steps taken to rectify the issue with the delivery system would have added depth to their communication, and then addressing the issue beyond an apology by outlining specific plans or steps to prevent similar problems in the future would have been beneficial. Okay, for the conclusion, we can conclude that each company had their strengths and weakness in their crisis communication. Addressing these areas for improvement could have potentially improved their response and perception during those crises. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you stay healthy and happy. Thank you.